Sunday morning, everybody. It's a rainy Sunday morning in Havana, Florida. Woo, yeah, we headed out. We got to go pick up our load over in Cottonton, Alabama, and take that up to Conover, North Carolina. Then we got a little bit of a deadhead to get over to High Point, North Carolina, where my friend Clint, the Volvo Whisperer, is gonna do a little work on my truck. I know most folks say, "Oh man, air leak, I wouldn't worry about that. You take that to the TA, they get it fixed." I don't trust the TA. I'll be honest with you, I don't hardly trust them to change my oil. If I had the time and could do it, I would just go into the dealership every time to get it done. You know, with some trained people that do it on Volvos every day, you know. But anyway, yeah, he's gonna try to track that down for me because I think it's a more complicated air leak than just your normal little air leak. I think it's gonna be in a tight spot. It's gonna be hard to get to. I just gotta figure out what's going on and why I can't park the truck for more than an hour without all my air leaking out. Because you know, I parked over the weekend, last weekend, and the only air that leaked out was from the forward tank and the transmission tank. The rear tank stayed pretty much full. But here lately, this week, I've noticed the rear tank's leaking down too. So we need to figure out what's going on and see if we can't get that resolved. And also look at that 6th injector. See if we can't get that figured out, why that engine fault light keeps coming on for that. See if we can't get that squared away. And make sure it's not an old fault that keeps coming back, you know. So anyway, let's get hooked in this trailer and we'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Well, we made it over here to Cottonton to get our paper load picked up. And before we do, we always blow out the trailer. Ain't no sense in blowing it out at the house, all that vibrating around. So gotta shake all that dirt loose that you couldn't get out. So we just wait till we get here and blow out the dirt. And so we get this done. It's about quarter till 1. I need to be out of here try to be out of here by 2 at the very latest. Because we can get out of here by 2. It gives me 8 hours to get up there. And I can stop and get fuel in Spartanburg and still make it there before 10 o'clock. I can get there before 10 o'clock, do my 10-hour break, get unloaded, and shoot over to High Point. Now, we don't know yet if this load is gonna be a live load or drop and hook. There's a good chance it could be a live load. So we'll find out when we get up there and get checked in. Meantime, let's see if we can't get this baby cleaned out. What you say? Let's go. So, you got a back end door 49. But he said there's 2 trucks in front of me. I don't know. I'm of the mindset if there ain't nobody in the door when I pull up there, I'm going back in, you know what I'm saying? Because he may be putting them in 50 and 51, because there's like 3 or 4 doors there. So I think he was confused, because I was calling him from the guard shack down there. And I said, yeah, I'm just trying to find out if this is a live load or drop and hook. Usually it's a drop and hook. And he goes, you're not in here using the phone in here? And I was like, no, sir, I'm in my truck. I just didn't want to go all the way up there if it's a drop and hook, you know. I can go ahead and drop right here. And he's like, no, it's a live load. And man, I don't know. There's only room for 2 people to park right there. So I'm kind of confused why there's not somebody backed in over here already. I'm just gonna pull on down a little ways and wait and see if one of them backs in 49. Go ahead and open my doors and everything. I already got my tandem slid. Yes, but I said, okay, so I'm loading on the other side of the tracks, which we just crossed the tracks right there. And he's like, no, up here. And I'm like, man, that's on the other side of the tracks, dude. So anyway, we're gonna open my doors and see what happens. See if we can get in 49 or if we're gonna have to wait. So y'all don't gonna hang around. And this driver here is backing in either 50 or 49, I'm not sure. I think that Volvo right there, that 860, I think he is backed into door 51, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, there's other doors down here. I don't understand why they don't just put everybody in a door, get it over with, and then just load them as they can, you know. So, I don't know. We'll see. I just, man, if it goes, if I'm here for at least an hour, then I might as well stay another hour and do a 2-hour break. Just because I'm looking at my clock now, and I got 10 hours and 35 minutes on my 14-hour, and I have 8.5 hours on my drive. So I'm good on my drive for sure to get up there. The 10.5, it just depends on how long it takes them to get me loaded. So the thing about it is, if they can get me in and out of here in less than an hour, then I'll just go on. I won't worry about it. But if it's going to be over an hour, I might as well finish out the 2-hour break, and then all I have to do is stop and do an 8-hour break and then go on in to where I got to deliver. Because if I sit here for over an hour and then take off and get up there, you know, close to the place after 10 o'clock, you know, an 8-hour break is only going to give me enough time to get back around there. And then I'm going to have to sit and wait for 2 more hours. So, and then I still got the drive over to High Point. So it just would make more sense if I'm going to be here for more than an hour to go ahead and do the full 2-hour break and get that done, so I don't have to worry about it. And I get up there and all I got to do is an 8-hour break. So we'll see how it works out. I'm not sure when the 7-3 split thing is supposed to take effect. I've heard some talks about it. 7-3, 8-2, the 30-minute break, counting on your, you can use loading and unloading and fueling and all that as part of your 30-minute break. I know that's supposed to be taking place here pretty soon, but I'm not sure when. So, and it looks like, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. If you look over there at the railroad track emblem where that yard dog is coming up at right now, back there pulling the Snyder trailer. If you look back over there, you'll see the scale box that has the readings for the scales. And see right there where the trailer just went by, you see the little railroad emblem. Right below that, you see like a white sheet of paper covering up the scale box. That's where normally we would axle out and check our weights, but we can't right now. I guess it's out of order. So this Benny Whitehead, I guess he was here before me. I don't know. I thought maybe I had checked in first. But anyway, if Bill 49 is available, I'm fixing to jump in it. So let's see. All right. We got our load. We are an hour, let's see, into our break. Ooh, those are some big ones. And it is about 10 minutes after 2. Get our paperwork right here. All right. And so we could go ahead and stay here for another hour. It's a tire flat. And get in a 2-hour break. But I was looking at it, we're only about 6.5 hours away, so we can still get there before 9 o'clock. So if we get there before 9 o'clock, we're still good. I want my other copy. And so I think we're just gonna go ahead and run and get on up there, because I don't know what traffic's gonna be like in Atlanta, and I don't want to wait till the last minute. So I think we can make it. I'm gonna look at the 14-hour thing again and see how that looks, the 14-hour and the 10-hour, and see how they mesh up. And if I feel like we got enough time with the stopping to get fuel and whatever's going on in Atlanta, we may just go ahead and push forward. So come on, let's get going. Check out the deer. How cool is that? Huh? Look at all those deers. Well, we've been here before. Remember the old no overnight parking sign? Yeah. We parked up there and they came and unloaded us like 12 hours early. Yeah. We're waiting to find out now if because it's by appointment only, and so anyway, we're just waiting to find out if they're gonna go ahead and unload us now or not. Man, I'm tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know, I guess I had a lot on my mind, but I'm hoping they'll get me unloaded early. I hope. If I can go ahead and get unloaded now, I can get on the road. I can be over there and get the trailer dropped and be over there where Clint's at by no later than 9:30, and hopefully they can get everything done on the truck today. I hope. Fingers crossed. Main thing I want to get done is those air leaks. I gotta get those air leaks taken care of. That's a must, you know. So we're gonna work on it and see if we can't get it done. But we'll talk to y'all some more because it's Monday. But anyway, once we get back into a dock, which will be right here. Once we get back into that old dock there, we'll talk some more on the video and everything about what all's going on, what our plans are, you know, and everything else. Maybe the stuff's going on with my uncle. We'll talk about that. And see if we can't get out a Monday vlog. Alright, so y'all don't go nowhere. Hang around. Let's see what the fella says when he comes back out. Woo! Man, that's a good thing we checked in early. Normally, this is where we unload, right? Y'all remember? Right back there? But they said they gave us a map. We got to follow the map to some warehouse. And that's where we're getting unloaded at. So, woo, it's a good thing we did check in early, huh? So, let's see if we can't get on over there to that warehouse, get checked in, and hopefully they'll get us unloaded right away. And we can get out of here. They'll sign our paperwork. We won't have to come back over here or anything. So come on, let's go. All right, you know the deal, you know the deal. We got to break the old seal. Let's see if we can do it. There we go, works every time. All right, yeah, we're backing in right there to door 5. And the old deal, you know, slide the tandems, chalky wheels, put your seal inside the trailer right there. Get those big rolls off. I hope they take this out. I hate having to do it myself. You would think that'd just be something they do out of courtesy. But anyway, this is a new facility. This is my first time here. You can tell they just did some stuff. They repaved it. They put in new dock stuff over there. So yeah, it's a newer facility for me anyway. building might be old. It looks kind of old, especially when you look at some of the doors are kind of raggedy. They got plenty of room right here to park around the sidewalk, right? Around the edges, the curbs. But they got signs that clearly mark no overnight parking. Right. All right, so we're gonna get them tandem slid, get this trailer backed in, see if we can't get unloaded in a hurry. She didn't look too motivated, so who knows? We may be here a while, may not. When you got that few rolls, you would think they just snatch them off in a hurry and get you out of here, you know? So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna back in, switch my truck off and all that stuff. All right, well, that was quick. We got the red light already. Got the wheels chalked. Just waiting for that old trailer to start shaking and rolling. Then we'll know for sure they're unloading us. Well, they're probably at least a third of the way through getting us unloaded already. So, we'll give you a quick update on everything going on with my uncle. He had emergency surgery on his leg, late Thursday night, early Friday morning, you know, right after midnight. And, they thought they had everything good, you know, and, so I went and saw him Friday. They actually allowed him to have visitors, which shocked me. I was not expecting to be able to do that, but I'm glad I was. Anyway, we talked, and I could tell he was very uncomfortable with his leg. It was a lot of pressure and swollen a little and all. And so I was gonna go back up there Saturday morning and see him. And when I started to head up that way, I checked with my cousin, his daughter, and she said he was in surgery again, a second surgery to relieve the pressure in his leg. So I checked with them, and that's what they were doing. So I went back up there Saturday, late Saturday afternoon after the surgery was over and everything, and he'd already been through recovery and got to the ICU. And they had to do that second surgery to alleviate the pressure in his leg so the blood could flow better. So it's going to take a while for that to all heal up and everything. And so I had to leave out Sunday morning so I could be up here in time to get everything done. My cousin, his daughter, she went over and spent most of the day, some of the day Sunday with him. And I'm hoping I can get my truck fixed today. I gotta get those air leaks taken care of. That's a must. My priority is air leaks, fuel injector, and go from there and see where we're at during the day, you know. The thing with the emission system, I don't even know if I want to get into that, to be honest with you. We may just hold off on that because I don't think I'm really having a whole lot of trouble with the emission system. I think if we get the injector thing fixed, we get the air leaks fixed, and we'll ride for a while and see how it does. Because right now, first thing I want to do is make sure my uncle's okay, make sure he gets into rehab where he can, you know, get some physical therapy on his leg and try to get back to where he can walk and everything okay. Because there's nothing worse in the world than not being able to walk, you know. My grandfather, when I was about 4 years old, was paralyzed from his waist down by a botched procedure by a 2-bit piece of nothing doctor that was using him as a guinea pig, more or less. They were supposed to be looking for blood clots, and they just did not know what they were doing, completely screwed up and injected into his spinal cord and paralyzed him. And he couldn't walk for a long time. He went through a lot of physical therapy, and eventually he got to where he could walk with 2 walking canes, you know, one on each side, and he could walk. And I know my uncle thinks about that, you know, and he doesn't want to have that problem, you know. But if they hadn't got something done to the leg when they did, they'd waited any longer, they said he would have lost the leg altogether. They would have had to amputate. And a little bit of backstory is my uncle also has diabetes, so that's another issue with that, because we knew somebody growing up, me and my uncle and everybody, that had diabetes, and he lost a leg, then a second leg, and to diabetes. So I know that's probably in the back of my uncle's mind, and so hopefully he'll do better, and we're keeping up with his blood sugar, and because nothing nowadays, the technology is so much better, I think. So I think he has a good chance of making a full recovery. He's fixing to turn 72 here in about a week or so. I think about a week, actually, somewhere in there. I want to say it's September 27th. My memory's terrible, but so that's our priority right now. Get the truck fixed, get back, check on my uncle, make sure he's good, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna go get our paperwork, and we're gonna get headed on over to High Point and find out if we can get everything done on the truck today that needs to get done. So y'all come on, let's go do that. What? Look at that. They cleared out all that rubber black matte stuff. They did a good job, didn't they? I gotta give them 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. 1, 2. All right, let's get going, see if we can't get out of here. This dude is seriously busy. Look at all the trucks. There's mine. Mine's way down on the end. 2 Kenworths right there. Another Volvo over here. A Volvo there, Kenworth. And then the Volvo right there. He's working on right now. He's up in there working on that one. Whew, he's got about 2 or 3 more inside the shop. Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna get work done today or not. There's an old International over there too. Yeah. So we just have to try to work our way in. Hopefully we can get to us today. Like I said, if we can just at least get the air leak taken care of, I can live with the rest of it for another couple weeks or a month. So anyway, we're gonna try to talk to him when he gets free. Right now you can see he's super busy on the phone and working on a truck at the same time. I ain't lying, man, this dude is super wrapped up in business. I'm afraid to tell y'all to come up here because y'all slowing me down. I'm trying to get my truck worked on. Anyway, we're gonna check back with y'all in a minute and see how it goes. All right, so y'all stick around. Let's see what we can find out. Well, we've had a crazy ton of events, and we're fixing to get loaded. We didn't get the truck worked on today. We drove all the way up from Florida, come up to North Carolina to get our truck worked on. Took a so-so pay and load. The sole purpose was to get up here to get the truck worked on. Let's get these doors open. We're waiting now for a door to open up that we can back into. We're picking up a load going down to Florida because I want to get back home, but I also need to get somewhere I can get the truck looked at. So we're gonna go ahead and get our doors open, get ready to back in when we see something open up. I don't know if we're next in line or not. I see a couple trucks look like they may be waiting also. So we'll get back in the truck, we'll talk about it, explain to you what's going on and what we're gonna be doing. So y'all don't go nowhere, hang around. All right, so a quick rundown on what's going on. We made it over, we got unloaded in Conover, we got over to High Point, we dropped our trailer, we went around there to get the truck worked on, and that place, I couldn't even find a place to back into to park. It was so hard. I had part of the entryway blocked off. It was just so many trucks waiting to get worked on. He said he had 7 come in Saturday, 3 come in Sunday, and 5 came in this morning. That place was swamped. So there was no way he was getting to me today. He could have got it done tomorrow. Just didn't know for sure. So I don't want to cut in line in front of somebody, even though I did come all the way up from Florida just to get this work done. We're going to take a chance. We're going to try to make it back down. We got us a good paying load right here. $2,600 going down to Plant City, Florida. And the reason I took the load, I was trying to get a load going to Alachua or either Lake City, but I couldn't get those. So I took this one to Plant City, even though it's further south than I wanted to go. We will get down to Plant City first thing tomorrow morning, deliver there, and then we're going to shoot back up to Lake City. I'm going to call ahead today before they close and make sure maybe they can get me in tomorrow. It's a place called Nextran. You've probably seen it if you've ever gone down I-75 through Lake City there. On one side you have a Freightliner dealership. On the other side you have the Volvo Mack place, right next to the Caterpillar place. And I've bought a lot of parts there since I've had this truck. So I've never had any work done there before. So this will be the first time. So, dear Lord, please, baby Jesus, just let me make it down there, and please let them have the time to work on it. You know, I'm thinking I can be back up there by around maybe 11 o'clock their time, maybe noon at the latest. And I'm sure they're open until at least 6 or 7 o'clock. I don't think it'll take that long. The only thing I want to get done is I want to get the foot valve changed. I want to get that air leak diagnosed and fixed. And once I get the air leak situated, where when I switch the truck off, and within an hour it's down into the red, you know, but it's just the forward tank and the transmission tank. The rear tanks are fine. They don't leak that hardly at all. So I want to get that addressed. Once we get that addressed, then we'll move forward with the other stuff at a later date. I told Clint I'd come back up there maybe in a week or so, and hopefully it won't be so bad. Yeah, that just tells you how good of work he does, that he's that wrapped up in business. And it wasn't just Volvos. There was Kenworths, there was Internationals, Freightliners. I mean, he had everything in there. Of course, the majority of the trucks were Volvo. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. We're in Conover. Conover? That's where we delivered at this morning, in Conover. So we went over to High Point, hung out with Clint for a couple hours, came back to Conover, picking up a load of Hanes activewear or some underwear or some kind of wear. Anyway, it's going down to Plant City, and so that's what we're doing. We'll catch up with y'all. Let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll put some stuff in that Wednesday vlog about getting the truck fixed, hopefully, fingers crossed. And see how it goes. And we want to get back home. We got to pick up Ducky because we didn't got him with us on this trip. And check on my uncle and see how he's doing. And so that's the plan. So we're going to try to get her done. So y'all stay safe. I hope you have a great week. It's Monday. How did your Monday go, huh? Did you have a good Monday so far? Comment below. Let me know if you had a good Monday. Yeah. And oh man, I would kick myself in the butt right now if I didn't say this. Thank you so much to everybody. In our last video, we didn't get to do what we wanted to do, and I was telling everybody about what was going on with my uncle. So many people reached out to me, text me, call me, left me messages on Facebook, on YouTube, everything, prayers and thoughts. Man, y'all guys, oh, y'all are the best. I swear, y'all keep me sane. I already get my uncle to try to start a YouTube page and just him rambling. he would enjoy it, and y'all would probably get a kick out of it because he's kind of animated. So anyway, thank you so much for all the prayers and the concerns and thoughts and everything, people reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. It warmed my heart. I really did. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. So y'all have a great rest of your week. And don't forget our motto. We ain't stopping, man. We're going to keep going till we get this daggone truck fixed. Because I got to get it paid for. And we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep punching. Yeah.